Well, you've got a nice garden here, John. You've put a lot of time and effort in, I can see that. And right here we have tomatoes. You've got a type of cherry tomato and a more of a bigger beef tomato of some kind. And a few things, you've done a really good job weeding here. A few things that would help to make this even better. As the season goes on, you're going to start losing leaves from the bottom up. And the reason why that's going to happen is because fungi from the soil, and actually there's a type of blight that comes from the soil. Recently we had a pelting rain, and what happens is when that rain hits the soil and splashes up these fungi and other organisms from the soil, but in particular fungi, it actually causes viruses, this fungi, to spread on the bottoms of the tomato leaves, and your tomato plants will lose their leaves gradually from the bottom up, and it hurts. It'll hurt you in September as your plants continue to produce fruit, because you'll lose more and more leaves and they'll look less and less healthy. And a way to avoid that is whenever you plant tomatoes in the ground, you want to cut off all the stems that are closer, that bring leaves closer than 8 or 10 inches from the ground. And also, if you mulch under the tomatoes, never too close to the stem, but if you mulch under them so that water that hits the ground is going to hit the mulch first. Straw is an excellent mulch. Okay. There's zoster seaweed. There's other seaweeds that work well. Zoster's great. It's commonly called eelgrass. But what it does is the rain hits the straw or the eelgrass first and doesn't allow soil fungi to come up and splash on the leaves and cause blight to start occurring. Blight often is caused by a virus, but all that stuff comes from the soil, and so as much as you can keep the soil from splashing on the leaves, the better you are. And the way you do that, again, is by mulching. But again, you never want to get mulched too close to any plant, whether it's a tree or a shrub. Never touching a stem, because it causes rot in around a stem. Another thing about these tomatoes, and you're going to get a lot of tomatoes real soon, you're starting to have aphid issues, and that's common right now. And you could spray, an organic solution to that is insecticidal soap will take care of the aphids, and it won't hurt bees or anything else. But if you spray when bees aren't pollinating, which there aren't many around, but insecticidal soap will deal with those. You've got little signs of tomato hornworm in here, and there is a hornworm hiding, but you probably only have one. And one thing you can do with tomatoes to fight caterpillar problems, another organic solution, is something called Bacillus thuringiensis. And it's a little, it comes usually in a liquid, 1 or 2 teaspoons per gallon. You spray it on your plant. It doesn't matter if it gets on your tomatoes. You can still get them off, wash them off, and then eat them. But what it does is the caterpillar eats this bacterium on the leaves, and within a few hours it stops feeding and dies within 3 days of starvation, because it basically gives it a stomach cold. But makes it so that the caterpillar can't feed anymore. Wow. So that's one way to deal with the pests that you're going to have. And the hornworms will get more and more prevalent as the season goes on. Right now we're in early August, but so